I bet you're all looking for the magic ingredients for me, right? Okay, how many are going to be on the cruise with me? Well, I want to start off just tell you a little something about me. I've been in Mary Kay for 34 years. Is there anyone in this room who's been here in Mary Kay for that or longer? Okay. Yes, okay. I was trained by Mary Kay, so some of the stuff I'm going to teach you has come directly from her to me, okay? I think in my 34 years in Mary Kay, there have been a couple important lessons that I think are the secret of success, and this is what they are. Number one is don't quit. Yeah. Don't quit, because things, Mary Kay always used to tell us this poem, and I always remember her saying, you may survive with another blow. And sometimes she would tell us the story about this silver mine down in some country in South America. They were looking for silver, and the people who had lost all their money trying to find it and it didn't come in. So a group of Americans went in, and they hired a local crew, and they kept looking for the silver and looking for the silver and looking for the silver, and they quit because they didn't find it. Well, they sold it for pennies to the next group, who was also North American, went down there, and in 10 days found the silver and became multi-billionaires themselves. So the point of this is don't quit. Don't quit. The second one, which I think is even more important, is stop telling yourself you can't do it. Just stop telling yourself you can't do it. We often play these tapes in our heads when things don't work out. Oh, I wasn't meant to do it, or I'm not good enough, or I wasn't cut out for this. Well, let me tell you something. When you start saying, yeah, thank you. She's like, oh my God. When you start saying stuff like that, you are absolutely stopping yourself cold. You are here in Mary Kay for a reason. And Mary Kay also used to tell us God had no time to make a nobody. He only had time to make a somebody. And each one of you are perfectly capable and have everything you need inside of you to make this trip happen. So I think the most important thing is if you start telling yourself you can't do it, here's the formula. You need to write down a better affirmation. Once you catch yourself, I can't do it, you start telling yourself, I can do it, and I am the best one at doing that. Even if you don't believe it. And every time you hear the negative, you need to say the positive 13 times. Now, when I first heard this, I thought this was a bunch of voodoo. Okay? I thought, oh, come on. It couldn't be for real. But just to tell you a little bit about my background, I was a hippie musician when I got into Mary Kay 34 years ago. Didn't wear makeup, didn't want to wear makeup, didn't want to work with a bunch of women, and you couldn't have paid me to hold a Mary Kay party. So how I got into this is another story unto itself, but there was a lot of work that had to be done on me in order to get me here. But I am so grateful that I hung in there and learned some of the lessons I need to learn and that I'm still needing to learn. And you all need to sort of look at it that way yourselves, because how many of you have dreamed of going on this cruise the way Julia talked about? Well, let me tell you something. If you have had that dream, you have the ability to reach it. You were not given that dream for no reason. Okay? So, I got to tell you, see all my bees? Isn't that cool? I just I finished the court of sharing in November. Can you believe that? Because I was the worst recruiter in the company. I was the worst recruiter in the company. And I have an Ivy League education, so I thought I was really all that. This company has certainly changed my opinion of myself. And I went to my sales meetings, and I thought, these girls hardly even made it out of high school. You're going to just soar. Well, guess what? Those girls all went way past me, and I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking to myself, what is your problem? It is not where you start, it's where you finish. And my director at the time, who is now National Sales Director, Brenda Siegel, she's my adopted director. She had any of you know of her? Yeah. She had a double degree in college, and she hadn't been that long out of college. She had a marketing degree, and she also had a minor in psychology. And she used to tell us that this is the point, the big point. Your subconscious doesn't know that what you're feeding it is true or not true. So if you start telling yourself that you're great, even if you don't believe it, your subconscious is not hearing that. And she's told us all this scientific evidence that proved it. And I'm like, okay. So all these women are winning this card. Little old Cynthia couldn't recruit. I could hardly sell. And I want to tell you something. How many of you didn't sell anything till your sixth party? That was me. Couldn't sell anything either. I managed to sell something because somebody saw me taking my stuff out of my car and was driving by and needed a moisturizer. That was my sale. And my next sale was at a funeral. So, All right. So Brenda said what I just told you. She said 13 times the opposite of what you're saying to yourself. And I thought, okay, you're so hot and you're so wonderful, nothing's working, you can't recruit, all these people are in these cars, why don't you try it her way? Well, I'm not telling anyone my jingle, but I'm a musician and I made up a jingle about my positives, and the words to them was, I am the best recruiter in all of Mary Kay, recruiting is easy, and recruiting is my favorite part of the business. And I want to tell you something, look at these beads. I have already 30 qualified here. 30 years later, recruiting is my favorite part of the business. I love recruiting, and I'm one of the best recruiters in America. So change your thinking. You need to do that. And last, of course, the third thing is take God as your business partner. None of this is possible without the Lord as your business partner, because you will be fed when you need to be fed every single day.
Will you sing your jingle?
No. Everyone, you know why? I'm not singing my jingle, because if I sing it, I will never stop singing it. So I want to congratulate all of you for being in this room. I have a couple of my own people here I want to recognize because they just became Red Jackets yesterday. Awesome Red Jacket. That's Diane Barker and Lou Avery. And I didn't know you were getting an extra $100 for that, so thank you, Julia. That's cool. And Lily has almost won the cruise. She's almost there. My goal of winning the cruise, when I woke up on January 1st, my children lived in North Carolina, and I was on an air mattress with a 3-inch thick memory foam in my one son's house. And everyone was asleep, and I opened up my phone to check my email, and there it was about the cruise, and I about fell out of my bed on New Year's Day. It was 8 o'clock in the morning, and I thought, in 34 years, the only time they have ever offered a quality triple like that is to the tippy top. Okay, the tippy top, 1/10 of 1%. And they're offering it to us, and I looked at the qualifications, and I thought, oh, that's not that hard, I can do that. And I did it in 1 week, ladies. Surgery in early February, and I know it's going to be out for the whole month of February, and I want 40 people on my unit in that cruise. And I want to tell you something, it doesn't look like that right now, but I'm going to do it because I'm going to tell myself I'm going to do it. And I'm going to tell you the secret of the cruises now that you have the big secrets. So, Mary Kay always taught us, and honestly, the women who came in long before me told me that Mary Kay taught them something totally different. But she taught us when I came in that you can have everything you want in this business if you hold 3 parties a week. Week in, week out, week in, week out. Now I can leave now because that's the only thing you need to know. Now I want you to be perfectly honest with yourself, and I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I am betting there are not a whole lot of women in this room who are holding 3 parties a week, week in, week out, week in, week out. Well, since I learned how to do that, and Mary Kay was right, you can have anything you want. And the women who came in, who were in the beginning of the business, Mary Kay made them do 10 parties a week. Well, because I'm working to get these 40 women on this cruise, I am doing 10 parties a week, and that's a really interesting proposition. And I'm like, I can't even schedule them fast enough because I'm helping my people. But what I have found in my years in Mary Kay is that one of the most difficult things that my consultants have, I've been a director 32 years, is they come to me and say, nobody wants to book. I can't book. I just can't do it. Nobody wants to book. So what I want to tell you, I want to talk about the reasons why you're not booking. Because the actual work to do this is not a big deal. But if you aren't holding parties, you are not giving yourself the vehicle where you can do it. Because honestly, how many of you is time management a real delicate balancing act? Yeah. So if you're smart, You'll learn how to do everything at the party. Those of us who have been, I have realized in working with you that this is something our company was really into a while back. We haven't heard about it in a long time, and I just haven't caught up to whatever the company's into right now. I'm still figuring out how to do it all at the party. But if you do it all at the party, you'll get it all done there. You'll recruit, you'll sell, you'll do everything. And to hold 3 parties a week, if you hold 3 parties a week, that $3,600 thing is going to be a piece of cake. Because if you hold 3 parties a week, you'll easily become a star consultant. Replacing a $600 order every single month is just, will be nothing. It'll just be nothing. And now let me talk to you about parties. Did you know out of every 3 parties you hold, one is absolutely fantastic, one is kind of so-so, and one of them sucks? Did you all know that?
Yeah.
So if you only hold 1 party a week, you're going to have a great week, a so-so week, and 1 week is going to totally suck. You will not believe this video. I've been on the National Board of Sales 20 sometimes, and even I have 0 parties. I have 0 parties, and I have them more often than you would know. But I have them, and it happens. Don't let that bother you. It is all part of the game. It has nothing to do with your abilities. It just is the way the game goes. And if you hold 3 parties a week, you're going to have a great week. Okay? You're just going to have a great week. I know when I have a 0 party, or I have a party that's like $80, oh, I had the party from hell on Sunday. They smoked, they drank, they blew smoke on me. I haven't had them in a long time. And then they didn't want to miss out on anything. They still had to smoke. They opened up the window. They were in the kitchen. They opened the window in the kitchen, went outside, stood right next to the screen, and blew smoke. Sold $80. We did get a recruit though. She wasn't a smoker, but they were all drinking, and they were like not paying any attention to me. And I'm thinking, you know who I just was the first one to win a cruise. No, that didn't win me. Okay. So I think the reasons people don't book parties is, first of all, they're making too big a deal out of it. You're telling yourself you can't do it. So that language has to stop. You are the best booker in all of Mary Kay. You love booking, and booking is your favorite part of the business. You've got to start telling yourself that. And if you're a musician, make up some little jingle. I just don't want to get stuck in my head because I'm going to have a miserable night. So it'll never stop. I think the second one that is really critical is how to fit the 3 parties in. I think people have a real balancing act and a challenge when it comes to time management. Okay? So some people are really good at time management, some people aren't so good at it. And if you're someone who's not so good at it, don't feel bad about it, just know you're not so good at it. And team up with someone who is good at it, who can maybe help you see through the thicket. You know, the things you're good at, we all have stuff we're good at, are as clear as a bell. But the things we're not good at, it's cloudy. We kind of have a hard time seeing it. So find somebody who's a good D personality. We Ds are really good at time management. Now, the only way you're going to hold 3 parties a week is understand that 50% of everything you schedule is going to cancel. And it's never who you think it's going to be. You know, your high eyes who book a party with you, you're just positive. They're not all that way. I love my high eyes. I'm kind of a high eye myself. It's just that there are 2 of the 4 personality types do not know how to say no. They just don't know how to say no to you, and so they're going to convince you they're going to do it, and they're not. And it's nothing personal to you. It's got nothing to do with you. I learned how to double book pretty early on because my husband was getting a master's degree and he had taken a new job and we moved to a new city and he wasn't making as much money and we had a house in another city that wasn't selling and our tenants had trashed it and we needed money and I had a little baby and I didn't know anyone in Columbus, Ohio, and I remember leaving my son and someone I didn't know. So I had to pay a babysitter to go to a party and back then they were called skincare classes. That's what they were called. So if my party didn't hold, I still had to pay the babysitter, and that came out of my food money. And I don't know about you guys, but I like to eat, and I'm too happy taking that out of my food money. So they talked about this double booking thing. I think this is one of the most difficult things for consultants of any stripe to understand because if you don't double book, you are not going to hold 3 parties a week, number one. And number 2, you are cheating your family. If you decide, I am going to hold parties Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday evenings, for instance, so those of you in Miami don't ever schedule a party on Thursday night, that's our sales meeting. But Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, just double book those nights. Now, I hear the objection, and it doesn't seem to matter if someone's been in the business a long time or not. I hear the objection from the consultant that, well, you know, I just don't want to miss out on anything. Well, you don't know who's going to cancel and who's not going to cancel. You never know. And that consultant had a party with me and she canceled. So I looked at her and said, see, you know, it just happens. Life happens. Stuff happens. So you've got to get over that and schedule 2 parties for each time slot. I have even been known to schedule 3 and 4 parties for each time slot. And you know, when Mary Kay built this business, how many of you know what dovetailing is? Oh, that's really impressive. You know, you can schedule 4 or 5 or 6 or 8 parties per time slot and send your recruits out to do them, and then they'll have to place an order, and then they'll become a red jacket, and you're going to the cruise. You know, it all works out that way. But you need to double book your parties. And if you think that you can schedule 6 parties all over your week, and you have family, you have kids, you have husband, you've got grandkids, you've got whatever, it is so unfair to them. Your family needs to know what days you're working and what days you're not working. They need to know what your work schedule is. You know, this is kind of like a job in that regard. Okay, so the time management piece of this thing, if you need to work on it, work on it. But tell yourself you're the best time manager in all of Mary Kay. And it's a great part of the business, right? Just keep telling yourself that. Okay. Now, when you go in and do the party, how many of you want to become a director? Do you know why you should win your cruise, by the way? Because when you're done, you're going to have 16 or 17 people already in your unit. Did you know that? Have you done the math? Yeah. And likely, as I've been going through it with people, you're going to have more than that. Because there are going to be some people who are going to recruit who you weren't even figuring in your formula to get them on the cruise. I forgot where I was going with that, but it doesn't matter. This is what it was. What is, in your position, wanting to become sales director, what's the main reason you hold a party?
To recruit.
Find a recruit. Find a recruit. I played this little game at the beginning. I learned how to do this. Julie, there's a tape of me doing that they can, she'll tell you where to find it. So I'm not going to go through that whole thing with you, but I learned a technique that now people come to me after the party and tell me they want to sign up. How many of you like to have that? I was shocked when that happened, but I found it. And I found it, you know why I found it? Because I didn't quit. I just kept learning and learning and learning. So, here's what's going to happen to your party for the groups. Number 1, you're going to sell. And actually, people are buying a lot right now. The economy's really good, and people are just, and this is the time of year people buy a lot of stuff. I've been holding all those parties, and I've been selling like $5,000 a week. Can you imagine that? My biggest problem is keeping product on my shelf. It just keeps going out the door, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm out of this, I'm out of that. I carry a lot of product. Now, how many of you would say to me that you feel that you have a really good inventory? This is something I learned from a fabulous national sales director called Rita Target, real early on in my career. Yes, did you know Rita? She talked about the payment plan. She just put on a payment plan. We didn't even have credit cards back then. I sell a lot because I let people pay on a payment plan. And the payment plan only works, you cannot do this if you don't have good inventory, and you cannot do it if you're not working 3 parties consistently, because then you're never going to have the money you need. But you do a payment plan, mine will run out over 6 paydays, right? 6 paydays. That way you can sell a lot, and people get, and if they buy a lot, it makes it a lot easier for you to book the next party, because you got to do a checkup facial to make sure they're doing, you know, everything right. So I play the question game, I do the facial, I do the individual consultation where not every party do I get a recruit, not every party, but many of them I do, and they come to me. And if they don't say anything, I already have my eye on someone, and through the question game, and you want to hear all that stuff on what Julie has. But you go through that question game, and then people will, you've already overcome all the objections, you've told them everything about the business, you don't have to hold any little individual one-on-one appointments to take up a lot of time. I don't know, I spend a lot of money paying for lunches, and there's, and you know, they never signed up when I paid for it. And then you want to book future parties. So this is how you're going to get the 3,600 done. Hold 3 parties a week. Here's how you're going to get the 6 qualified done. That should be really easy. I know that Diane Barker over here got like 6 recruits in a day because we worked up a special, she does CAT scans in a hospital, and she got them all in the hospital. I don't know what she did. We worked up this little plan, and she went out and did it. Same thing with Lily, same deal. The thing about the 6 recruits, they're not hard to get. You know, you just got to get them. Getting the qualified thing, we've got to change our heads about this. And you can either do this, or you can have your director work with you and do it. But I hold a grand opening for everybody. Now I've got so many people, I'm holding group grand openings. I'm calling them cruise parties. Girls' night out cruise parties. And my goal for that consultant is when that party is over with, we have enough to place a $600 order, period. It's because a lot of people don't come in with inventory. You, like Julia said, you would like them to do it, and it's the smart thing to do, and it makes sense if you're running a retail business like this. But a lot of people never done it before, and they just don't see it. So that way, you've got some control over how that $600 order is going in. And I talk $600 order to that consultant over and over and over again. And I tell her, since you're coming in with no inventory, this is where we're going to make it. Because if we sell $600, you're going to get $800 worth of product. Now, it's a little hard, so I have used a slightly different terminology about, but that's your profit. You're going to get the $600 profit of retail product and the bonus product. So that's how you're going to get the 6 people qualified. Now, here's what I'm doing to get the red jackets. I know, I'm going for the companies here, so they aren't going to take a cane and pull me off the stage. But I'm going to tell you this real quick. I am booking hostesses and telling them, if we sell $400 at your party, you're going to get $750 of free product. Now, who's going to turn that down?
Say that again.
Now, here's what I'm doing. It's a little unconventional, but it's absolutely on the legal side of the line. I just tell them the catch is they're going to have to become a Mary Kay consultant to get such a great deal. And of the $400, I am actually donating the $125 worth of product, $120 worth of product that it's taking to pay for the starter kit. Because to be honest with you, I give $125 worth of free product to all my hostesses anyways. So for me, it's kind of the same thing. And by the way, I do that, and I make a lot of money on my sales, and that is money well spent. I remember there was a new national sales director who said she gave $600 of free product to every single hostess, and that's how she became a national. But she lived in Las Vegas, and she said there are so many places there that give away these huge things, she had to come up with something big in order to attract people. So it made me feel better about my $125 of free product. Then, the rest of the product that's sold at that is enough to place a $225 order in her name to get her started, and her profit on the $225 of product is $225 worth of product. So she's going to get that product and the starter kit, which has $446 worth of stuff in it. And that's how that happens. Now, let me tell you something. I have had many consultants come in like that who turned around and went on and did really well in the business. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And so that is the formula that I am using to get the red jackets. And the funny thing is that other people are becoming red jackets anyways. But we've got a lot of activity going on in doing this. And now, one last thing I want to tell you. How many of you came into this thing with already, and none of these recruits count for the 6 new ones, but how many of you came in with recruits already? We all did, because you're the red jackets. How many of you know of people who you've had on your team are not in Mary Kay anymore? Those are easy people to recruit back into the business and hold a grand opening for and help them get some $600 worth of product, because they love the product and they want the product anyways. And some of them, again, continue to go on. I'm a real numbers person, and my ways of doing things are a little different, but I will tell you the numbers in the way I do it. I don't lose people. I don't lose people anymore. I hardly ever lose anyone. And that is because I put a lot of work and a lot of love into those people, and I don't want them to leave me. And so I have figured out a way to keep them there so that they can at least get their products. I mean, I think that if they gave Mary Kay a good crack at it, and then they decided it wasn't for them, I think they deserve some reward for stepping out of their comfort zone and giving it a try. And to me, the reward is stay in and order once a year, getting the products at half price. And so I don't lose any of them. But the funny thing is, they all have at least 10 or 20 customers, so they're really not just buying it for themselves, they've got it for those customers. But the numbers game in this is that you can't tell how somebody comes into this business by how they start. I had a national sales director who's no longer with the company anymore tell me something very valuable that kept me sane. And that is, out of every 10 people you recruit, one is a hotshot superstar. 3 of them will work. 3 of them will whine, they'll take up all your time, and they still won't work. And 3 of them, you'll never see them again. And I cannot tell you how many 3 I've never seen again who came in with a $3,600 order. It doesn't make any sense to my mind, but this is what happens. So when I slightly change the language as I bring people in, as I had told you, many of them go on to really illustrious Mary Kay careers that make them happy. And honestly, to get to the red jacket is not that hard. Now, the reason why I was able to do this in a week is that I'm going to be on the National Court of Sales anyway, so I just went and put my $3,600 order in because I knew I was going to do that much anyways. So I did that, and with my heart in my throat. But I did it, and honestly, all that product, I'm glad I did it. I'm needing it for all these other things I'm doing, and that product's long gone. I have 65 personal recruits. And so, and that was because of what Pam Shaw, was at the bill? Oh, okay. So that's what I learned from Pam Shaw. As a director, you need to have 50 personal recruits. And so I worked really hard on that. And for a long time, I was like stuck at 35, but I eventually got it. So I went down through my list of people and I said, would you like to become a red jacket? And I found 3 of them who were ready to do it. And they already knew who they wanted to talk to. And so that's why that part came out so easily for me. And I already had 4 new recruits. I already had 4 new recruits. So I just had to qualify them, which we're going to do a grand opening anyways. In January, 3 counts as 6. So that's how I got it done so quickly. Actually, you guys can, it's not that hard. Stop telling yourself it's hard. So anyways, I think my time is up. I hope I've been able to give you a few little tidbits that are going to help you in what you do. But the most important one in mind is I'm going to see all you on the boat with me, right?